Hi, I'm Dale Polachek, one of the co-hosts of Squirrels Nest TV. This is episode 3, and I'm driving down to Racine, Wisconsin today to meet with Mary Jensen and her group, which is Sweet Melody Strings. It's a group of dulcimer players that get together for camaraderie and learn how to play tunes, and for performances as well. And so we're going to meet with Mary and some of the ladies in the group, and I hope you enjoy this episode today. So how did you start Sweet Melody Strings?
Well, it started back in 2019 when I had a couple of the ladies that are playing with us now wanted to learn how to play the Hammered Dulcimer. So I started teaching them, and then it just sort of word of mouth, and it got bigger and bigger. And I didn't really have in mind to start a group, but I just wanted us all to get together, to be able to play together. And then I told them how important it is to be able to play out, you know, with in front of audiences, and that's kind of where it all started. So we had basically my mom and I in 2018, and then in 2019 it grew to probably 5 of us, and from there it just kept going and going. So I think we're up to now 12 Hammered Dulcimer players, and then we have 3 backup players.
So Wisconsin's not a hotbed for
No.
that. It is
No.
not. And
No.
and yet you kind of have formed this pocket of Hammered Dulcimer players, both with Sweet Melody Strings, and you're also teaching as well.
Mm-hmm.
And how many students do you have?
I have I have 1 adult student that started with me a couple of months ago, and then I have 1 that's coming on Monday, and I have 17 middle school into high school students.
So where do you find 17 Hammered Dulcimers in the state of Wisconsin? Because they're not for sale in
No.
stores here.
So I haven't found them in the state of Wisconsin. They come from Michigan. Or, you know, people that know what I'm doing, and they just don't. I've had people donate to me, but ODPC has been just tremendous for my loaner program. Every time I go to Michigan, I come home with more dulcimers. They just ask
Where do you
what
put
I
them
need.
all?
They all fit in my SUV. Well, the SUV, or now I've got a bigger camper, so I can fit them in there.
Yes.
So I have about probably 24, 25 dulcimers.
The house must be just...
The basement is full of dulcimers. Except now, because I've got all the students have their loaners out, so I have those 17 loaners.
So you retired. You were a nurse,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
you retired, what, a year ago?
About a year,
About a
yeah,
year
year and a
ago.
half.
And
yeah.
I know you've thrown yourself into kind of like being a Johnny Appleseed of Hammered Dulcimer
Yeah.
in Wisconsin. It's so great to see
Yeah.
that. You have another hobby that's interesting too. You have bees.
I do. Yes,
How,
I do have bees.
how have you counted them? How many bees do you
No.
have?
I don't know, because I did lose my hive last winter, and then I started with probably 20,000 more. When I checked them yesterday, I'm probably up to maybe 50 to 60,000, and that's just one hive. But I have now gotten more hives, and I'm going up to 6 hives
So
come next year.
now winter's coming in. What do you do with the bees? Do you bring them in the house?
Nope. That and the chickens. Bring the chickens in and the bees in. No, you just have to prepare them for winter, make sure they have enough honey store. And yesterday I got out there and made sure of that, and just you tuck them in, and then they all cluster and keep themselves warm. And you keep your fingers crossed that they're going to make it. Yeah.
So today, we're here, you had a rehearsal today because you have some Christmas shows coming up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
How many shows do you play in a year, and how many are Christmas? And
Well, starting next week, we'll go into our Christmas season, and for about 3 weeks, I think we have I want to say about 9 performances in the next 3 weeks after that. We perform, I'd say on an average of 2 every month, somewhere. We'll play at assisted livings, or a Harmony Club, which is a respite program. different markets, things like that. But usually, I will say January and February, a lot of times we just kind of sit tight because we don't know what the weather's going to bring. And those are 2 months that we really use to kind of bring in new music, kind of get our goals for the next year.
So how do you find the music that you want to play? What?
A lot of it has come from the jams in Michigan and the Silver Strings. We go on, we've got the Silver Strings music, and we'll get it from there. Or just a lot of the jamming tunes that I've heard we use. And then Christmas music, I don't know. I think a lot of it has come probably from Silver Strings.
Start the group here, so she started playing, and Rondi came in on our program, and we've just gradually added, and I'm just so proud of her. She's done such a fabulous job. She now has 17 students between St. John's, Trinity, and Lutheran High School that she's teaching. So we meet usually like once or twice a month and practice. We play at outdoor fairs, any place that people usually ask us. And we just have a good time. We've got a lot of talent in this group, and I'm just really proud of her. It's a fun instrument, and I'm so happy that she's continuing with it.
What's it mean to you to play in this group?
Well, I started out as a piano player, and it's so lonely. You're all by yourself, unless you're accompanying a choir. But this is where you get to be part of a whole group. And the improvisation part is what's the most amazing part. You get to do your own embellishments and get to hear what everybody else is doing, and this beautiful layering in the music. I just enjoy that so much. But all the focus is not on me. I'm part of the group. I like that.
Tell me what it's like playing in this group with Mary and with everybody.
It's been a lot of learning for me because I played much slower music, and so to get into the fiddle music was a stretch, and always will be. But this group has been great. I've learned so much traditional music. They encouraged me to go to Everett. They taught me so much. Mary's method, I read music, so I have that second delay that Mary doesn't have because she's taught her group to play by ear and play in the boxes and learn the patterns. So I've learned them, but it was a stretch for me to have to learn that because that's not how I play music. So yes.
What do you think of Mary as a leader of this group?
I think she's been great. She's well organized. I mean, she gets our set list together. She helps us learn new music and make sure that we add to our set list regularly. It's now about 40 pieces that we can play and mix up with different sets depending on the group, depending on the length of time we're playing. You know, some church music. We have now turned whiskey before breakfast into
Spirits in the Morning.
Spirits in the Morning. Yeah, sorry, thanks, Dale. And so little things like that we adjust depending on where we're playing and who the audience is. Mary brings percussion instruments for the Harmony Club when we play there because all of those people want to join us, and they don't know the words, but they can play any kind of the percussion that we have, whether it's a block and stick or it's a rattle or it's marimbas, and they're all there available for them to play with us. So it's been a lot of fun.
And what do you like best about what you're doing?
Oh, the growth. Like even with this group, from where so many of them, well, many of them had never touched a hammered dulcimer, and now to see them be able to play and to be able to get them to grow in their music. With the kids, it's just amazing. I'm not only watching them grow with their music, but I'm watching them grow. I have one, my oldest student, he started in 7th grade and he came to me, just this little guy, and he is now 6'2", and he's driving, you know, and he is still playing. He's in 10th grade.
Okay, we're going to listen to a couple of pieces of music. Recently you had a performance and the group was playing Over the Waterfall. We're going to hear that. And then to get finished out for Christmas, we're going to listen to a little rehearsal today where you play Joy to the World. Okay?
Okay.
Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you.
All right.